Hey yo. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Funky and welcome back to some more WWE Supercard. Now today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about WrestleMania. So if you haven't seen WrestleMania, there will be spoilers in this. So if you haven't seen it, you can pause this video and come back to it whenever you've watched WrestleMania. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to let you guys know straight off the bat, we're going to talk about WrestleMania. We're going to discuss it and we're going to talk about the results and stuff. So if you haven't seen WrestleMania, there's the warning. Don't complain that I spoiled something for you. I did warn you. But first of all, before we get into the video, I want to say a massive shout out to today's champ. Today's champ is Ryan Mattock. So big shout out to you, Ryan. Congratulations for being today's champ. If you guys want to be today's champ in the next video, you know what to do. Just comment below in that comment section. Now, let's start talking about WrestleMania. We're going to just start playing some rank mode here while we discuss WrestleMania. So I'm literally just going to fly through the matches. I'm not going to do a very, very long thing about WrestleMania. I'm literally just going to fly through the matches. We'll discuss about more or less all the matches, and we'll talk about the team event for tonight, and then we'll also talk about the packs that I did yesterday. So if you haven't seen my pack opening from yesterday, there will be a link to that in the description below. We got some new WrestleMania cards, which is absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, let's get into talking about WrestleMania. So if you guys didn't watch the kickoff show, it kicked off with Austin Aries versus Neville. This was a good match. It was pretty entertaining. It was a good match. I'm not going to spend too long talking about it, but like I said, it was a good match. It wasn't great. It was a good match. It was okay. It was very good, but it wasn't great. I thought it was going to be potentially the match of the night, but it was very good. I really enjoyed it. Neville came out with the victory with the red arrow in the end. So yeah, it was a good match. It was very enjoyable, very good match. So let's move on to the next match. Like I said, I'm just going to fly through these matches, just something to talk about while we're playing Supercard. The next match was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now going into this match, the favourites were Braun Strowman, Big Show and Sami Zayn, none of whom won. Braun Strowman eliminated the Big Show. Braun Strowman got eliminated by like 15 guys. And then Sami Zayn was eliminated by Killian Dane, I think. Yeah, Killian Dane from NXT, from Sanity. And we ended up with a awful choice. Absolutely dreadful choice. I really don't understand why they picked the winner. But we had this situation where the final few were Mojo Rawley, Jinder Mahal, Killian Dane. Was that the final three? That was your final three. That just, for me, this Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is supposed to be prestigious. And when you have a final three of those three guys right there, that just makes it... Put it this way, it makes it a joke. I'm not gonna lie. Like Killian Dane could have a bright future. I haven't seen a lot of him. I don't really watch NXT. I did watch Takeover and he looked good. Jinder Mahal is a jobber, essentially. Mojo Rawley is awful. I have no idea why they seem to be pushing Mojo Rawley. He has kids like him, which is probably why they're pushing him. But my God, he is so annoying. He ended up coming out with the victory because some guy, I don't know who the guy is, apparently he's an American footballer, got involved in the match and ended up tackling Jinder Mahal, and then Mojo Rawley eliminated. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. You are trying to make this Battle Royal prestigious and you choose Mojo Rawley to win. It was just beyond belief. It was absolutely terrible. But let's move on to the next match. The Intercontinental Championship match was moved to the pre-show for some reason. I'm not sure why. Obviously, the women's match was moved to the main show, but there was no talk of the IC match being moved to the pre-show. But whenever it was, and it ended up being obviously it was Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. It was an okay match. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. It was okay. It wasn't good enough for WrestleMania. I feel like this match could have done a lot more if it had been a no holds barred, a street fight or whatever, but maybe they didn't want to take away from the other no holds barred matches that they had later in the night, and we'll get to them in a second. But it was okay. Dean Ambrose came out with the win. I guess they want to go forward with this storyline in terms of making it last a little bit longer, and I can understand that. As long as Baron Corbin eventually comes out with the win, that is fine. I can understand what they're doing. They're building the storyline. Dean Ambrose gets the win. Baron Corbin says, no, I want another shot, whatever. The storyline goes further. That's fine. That's enough about that match. Let's now move on to the main show. And the main show kicked off with definitely the match of the night, in my opinion. And nobody's seen this coming. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon was unbelievable. AJ Styles was in the match, so it was obviously going to be good, but it exceeded my expectations so much. Credit to both of them, because it was an absolutely incredible match. Shane McMahon gave everything he had. He even did a shooting star press, Shane McMahon. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. It was great to watch. It was very enjoyable. It was definitely the match of the night. 100% match of the night for me anyway. It was great to watch. AJ Styles going for the coast to coast, Shane hitting him with the bin as he was in midair, then Shane McMahon doing the coast to coast, and like I said, Shane McMahon went for the shooting star press, missed AJ Styles with the phenomenal forearm and picked up the W. So AJ Styles won against Shane McMahon. Big win for AJ Styles. I'm happy he got his win at WrestleMania. Congratulations to AJ Styles. Then in the next match we had, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, I think it was the women's match was the next match, or no, sorry, the next match was Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. So Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho, hell of a storyline going into it. So I'm kind of surprised it was so early in the night, especially following a match like that. But it was very good. It was probably number 2 match of the night. It was very, very good. Actually, no. Do you know what? There's a match later on that was slightly better, but it was a very good match. I really enjoyed the match. Kevin Owens came out with the victory. He pop-up powerbombed Chris Jericho on the apron, and then he picked up the victory in the ring by doing a pop-up powerbomb. But there was some awesome stuff where he went for the pop-up powerbomb. Chris Jericho hit him with the code breaker in midair. There were some awesome spots in the match, but obviously Kevin Owens came out with the W. Chris Jericho even had a light-up scarf on his way to the ring. It was absolutely amazing. And a giant list of Jericho. It was class. After that, I'm trying to think off the top of my head here what exactly happened. After that, we had the Hall of Fame, I think it was after that. And they brought out the Hall of Fame, and there's 70,000 people chanting "You suck" at Kurt Angle. Was absolutely brilliant. Kurt Angle was loving it. I'm just checking. I think we hit some sort of a limit there, so I'm just making sure that we get rid of. I think it was maybe enhancements. I don't know if we did or not, but I'm just in case I'm going to train them away. So let's go to enhancements, train them away. So they had the Hall of Fame. That was great. Everyone out there for the Hall of Fame was fantastic. Really good class for the Hall of Fame this year, actually. So that was good. Then we had, I think it was the women's match. And we had, there's some WrestleMania polls, look. We had it was the Fatal 4-Way Elimination women's match. We had Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax and Bayley. This match was good. It wasn't great. It was good. I felt like it should have been given slightly more time, maybe a few more minutes just to kind of build it. I do feel like the elimination aspect took away from it, but at the same time, it took 3 of them to do like a triple powerbomb to Nia Jax. Nia Jax was destroying everyone, swatting them all away, knocking them halfway across the ring, out of the ring, knocking them everywhere. She looked strong, and the fact that it took 3 of them to triple powerbomb her and 3 of them to pin her to eliminate her was good. But I felt like the fact that it was elimination kind of took away from the match. Sasha Banks was the next one eliminated. Then it came down to Charlotte and Bayley. Bayley came out with the win. Yeah, it was to be expected. I do expect Sasha Banks to turn heel against Bayley. Maybe tonight on Raw we could see it. Who knows? But it's definitely happening. I feel like Sasha's going to turn heel on Bayley, and that'll be the next feud, maybe going for a while. So, like I said, Bayley came out with the win in that match. Let's go on to the next match, which I believe was the tag team match. And this was awesome. This was awesome, but mainly for one reason. So we had a ladder match, a triple threat tag team ladder match. We had It was Enzo and Cass came out, hyped up the crowd. I'm getting a little bored of their promos. They're getting a little bit stale for me. But this is fine. This is just quick, to the point, did the catchphrases. That was fine. The ramp was so big. Took them ages to get down the ramp. Then we had Sheamus and Cesaro came out in kilts. They looked awesome. That was fantastic. Then we had the champs come out the club. That's good. They had the six of them standing in the ring. You could hear them all shouting, "Ring the bell," when New Day's music hit. New Day came out in full gear, ready to go to the ring. I've just realised I'm not playing anymore. Ready to go to the ring, it looked like. And they said they have an announcement. This is now a fatal four-way tag team match. And they were like, but who is the fourth participant? And everyone was chanting either one of two things, delete or who. A New Day made it look like it was going to be them. They slowly started walking towards the ring when the Hardy Boys music hit. Out come the Hardy Boys. The crowd goes nuts. I went nuts. Everyone went nuts. Twitter exploded. It was absolutely incredible. It was such a feel-good moment. Made me feel like a kid again. The Hardy Boys coming back at WrestleMania. It was insane. Hardy Boys jetted down to the ring. Matt doing delete signs. Jeff Hardy doing his classic Jeff Hardy stuff. Flying down to the ring. It was absolutely great. Then we had a very good match. Lots of spots in this match to talk about. Cesaro, there was one where Enzo was launched off the ladder and Cesaro caught him with an uppercut. There was a swanton bomb off a 14-foot ladder through two ladders on top of Sheamus and Cesaro by Jeff Hardy. That was incredible. That was the end of the match. And then Matt Hardy grabbed the tag team title. So your Raw tag team champions are the Hardy Boys. To be honest, I feel like SmackDown 100% needed the Hardy Boys a lot more than Raw needed them. So that was strange because the SmackDown tag division is not great. And I feel like they needed the Hardy Boys, but they're gone to Raw. They're your Raw tag team champions. After that, what did we have? What did we have after that? Let me think. We had The Miz and Maurice and John Cena again and Nikki Bella against each other. This wasn't great. This was very average. I feel like John Cena and Nikki Bella came out with the win. I feel like Miz and Maurice should have won just because they have been one of the best things on SmackDown for an entire year, and I feel like they really deserved it. And I feel like the only reason John Cena and Nikki Bella won is because John Cena proposed to Nikki Bella in the most obviously staged proposal. She clearly knew about it. It was clearly staged. You could tell, at the same time, John Cena was nervous. But at the same time, it was so staged. It was hard to watch. I didn't enjoy it. Just didn't like it at all. So, moving on from that, straight away to the next match, we had Triple H versus Seth Rollins, and this was the second match of the night, close to being match of the night. This was incredible. This had everything. It had a sequence where Seth Rollins and Triple H kept reversing pedigrees into different maneuvers, like 5 or 6 pedigrees. It was great. It was a very, 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 very good match between Seth Rollins and Triple H. It is a hell of a lot better than I expected it to be. Credit to Seth Rollins. If he is still injured, credit to Seth Rollins, because he put on a great match with Triple H here. Then we even had a spot where Seth Rollins had set up a table on the outside of the ring, and Stephanie kept getting interfered in the match. Then she went to get up on the apron to get interfered again. Seth Rollins was standing on the apron. Stephanie started holding him. Triple H started running towards Seth Rollins. Looked like he was going to knock Seth Rollins through the table. Seth Rollins moved. Triple H almost ran into Stephanie and knocked her into the table, or through the table. Triple H stops. It's like, whoa, that was close. Turns around, gets a kick in the head, turns around, knocks over Stephanie. Stephanie goes through the table. Triple H turns back around, very angry at Seth Rollins for making him knock Stephanie through the table. Turns back around, eats a pedigree. Seth Rollins gets a 1, 2, 3. Clean victory. No interference from Joe, Kevin Owens, anyone else. No new evolution stuff. Seth Rollins picked up the win. So that was good. That was very good. Then we moved on to probably the biggest down of the night. We had Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. And this match felt rushed. It felt like they were trying to save time. To be perfectly honest, it just felt like it went way too quick, and it was a very poor match in my opinion. It wasn't good at all. It was very, very, very average, very bad. Considering the storyline and how long they've built this storyline, it was such a letdown. And they had some cool effects where they projected like maggots and stuff into the ring when Bray Wyatt was going for moves on Randy Orton to get in Randy Orton's head, but it was very bad match. And then and on top of that, Bray Wyatt has finally got his title, and he loses it within a month to Randy Orton. So his title reign lasted a month. Randy Orton is such a boring option, and he's clearly been giving this because of what happened with Brock Lesnar. It's clearly like, okay, you let Brock Lesnar legitimately punch your head open, you can have this belt. But it just, I mean, it was definitely the down point of the night. Well, there's a worse moment to come, but that's in a different sense. But it was definitely the down point of it, the worst match of the night. It wasn't great at all. It was not enjoyable at all. They just missed a trick with this match. I felt like it was rushed, and they just didn't tell as good of a story as they could have. The match wasn't that good. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't. It was average. It was like a SmackDown match basically. It wasn't a WrestleMania match. It wasn't a pay-per-view match. Never mind a WrestleMania match. It was very average. So, moving on. Randy Orton picked up the win. We'll see where the storyline goes from here. It's obviously going to go further. No Wyatt family interference, by the way. No Eric Rowan, no Luke Harper, no Bo Wyatt. So let's move on to the next match. We had Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. And this match was expected to be terrible. And this match was better than the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt match, and this match only had 4 moves in it. This match had a German suplex, either had German suplexes, spears, jackhammers, or F5s, and they were the only moves it had in the match. So it started off Brock Lesnar hitting Goldberg with 3 German suplexes. Goldberg gets straight back up, spear, boom. That was awesome. Then Brock Lesnar rolled out of the ring to avoid being pinned. Then Goldberg goes out of the ring after Brock Lesnar, spears him through the barricade, then brings him back into the ring, spears him again. Brock Lesnar goes for the pin, Brock Lesnar kicks out, then he goes for the jackhammer, Brock Lesnar kicks out, loads of German suplexes. Goldberg goes for a spear again. Brock Lesnar jumps over Goldberg, leapfrogs him. This was awesome. Goldberg goes straight into the ring post. Brock Lesnar picks him up, F5, gets the 1, 2, 3 on Goldberg. Brock Lesnar is your new Universal Champion. This match was it was only like 5 minutes-ish, but it was very enjoyable. Considering it only had 4 moves in it, it just hit all the big impact moves. It was enjoyable to watch, although if there had been one more spear, I would have went mental because there was too many bloody spears, but it was fine. The match was good. It was enjoyable. It was what it needed to be. Brock Lesnar won. That was great. I don't see Goldberg sticking around, to be honest, but we'll see what happens on Raw tonight. After that, we had the SmackDown women's match. Again, this match felt like it was rushed. It felt like it didn't go that long. You had the 6-pack challenge. It wasn't very good. There were some good moments in it. Mickie James looked like Tatanka for some reason. If you don't know who Tatanka is, Google it. He's an old wrestler. But it wasn't very good. Naomi came out with the win, making Alexa Bliss tap out, which I didn't feel like that was needed. I felt like if she was going to win, maybe she should have beat someone that wasn't the champ, so they could tell the storyline of Alexa Bliss saying, "Hey, you didn't beat me." You know, I don't think it was needed for her to get the pin on the submission, on Alexa Bliss. But however, the match wasn't great. It wasn't terrible, it just wasn't great. It was better than Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, I'll tell you that much. But moving on to the main event. Yes, the main event was Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. This match was hard to watch. JR came out to call this match. It was clearly The Undertaker's last WrestleMania, but it was hard to watch. I don't know if he was selling it very well, but my God, he just looked like he couldn't go. It looked painful to watch, and I'm going to be honest, I dislike Roman Reigns. I cannot stand Roman Reigns and the fact that he's shoved down our throats so much. But Roman Reigns made this match good because Undertaker, my God, he just felt like he shouldn't have been there. It was painful to watch. It was horrible to watch. It was sad. It was like watching one of your childhood heroes die. Roman Reigns hit him with so many spears. Undertaker kicked out with 2 spears in a row. Roman Reigns hit him with a chair a few times. You could tell even Roman was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It was good storytelling in that sense. And then Roman Reigns eventually went off the ropes a couple of times, hit Undertaker with a big spear. Or there was a spot earlier on in the match, sorry, where Undertaker picked Roman Reigns up for a tombstone, hit him with the tombstone. Roman Reigns kicked out with the tombstone. Then we had a different spot where Undertaker went for the tombstone again on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns reversed it, well, tried to, and Undertaker it was clumsy and they kind of fell over, and then Roman Reigns tried to pick him up again. They fell over again. It was painful to watch. But anyway, like I was saying, Roman Reigns built up momentum a couple of times off the ropes, hit him again with a final spear, and Roman Reigns beat Undertaker clean. There was a couple of moments in the match where it looked like Roman Reigns was doing heel things, but it was a no-holds-barred match. It was kind of hard to tell. It feels like a waste for Roman Reigns to win clean if he wasn't going to turn he needed to turn heel to retire. He essentially retired the Undertaker here, and for him not to turn heel and do that feels like a waste of momentum. But at the same time, I don't like Roman Reigns, but I have to give him credit in this match. He carried this match because Undertaker was awful. It just felt like, I don't know if he was selling it, but if he was, he did great. But it just felt like he couldn't go at all. And Roman Reigns came out with the victory. The crowd didn't boo as much as expected because I think they were all in shock at how bad The Undertaker looked. And The Undertaker, Roman Reigns did his the fireworks went off. Roman Reigns disappeared straight away from the ring. Credit to him showing respect to The Undertaker. After a minute, Undertaker sat up in the ring. Then we had a moment where he takes off, it cut to the crowd or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it did, but it cut somewhere, and it came back, and Undertaker had his hat on, he had his jacket on, and he was standing in the ring. Obviously it's still dark, he still has the Undertaker's lights and everything, so he takes off his gloves, puts his gloves in the ring, takes off his jacket, folds it up, puts it on top of the gloves, takes off his hat, puts his hat on top of the jacket, leaves it all in the ring, pun intended. Gets out of the ring, crowd is chanting, "Thank you, Taker, thank you, Taker." It was really emotional to watch. Like he's clearly retiring. Like one of your childhood heroes is gone. It was an incredible moment to watch. I'm glad I got to watch it live. To be there would have been exceptional, but to actually see it as well was great. So he gets out onto the ramp, obviously puts his fist up in the air, gets lowered through the ramp. Loads of people in the crowd had their fist up in the air as well. It was great to watch. And that was the end of WrestleMania. So it looks like Roman Reigns has retired The Undertaker. Seems like a bit of a waste, like I said, for him to not turn heel on it, but we'll see what happens in the future, see where it goes. It looks like he's aiming to go against Brock Lesnar. That looks like the very obvious storyline here. But overall, WrestleMania was very good, one of the best in a long time. Very, very, very good. So now we've talked about WrestleMania, let's talk about Supercard. There we go, we pulled the camera in, that's fantastic, isn't it? So let's talk about Supercard quickly. We have a Team Road to Glory tonight, and it is a pro for me. It is a WrestleMania 33 pro for me. That's absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go have a look at who is the team event right now. We will have a look. It's not Brock Lesnar, that was the ring domination. It is Roman Reigns. Pretty relevant, don't you think? Roman Reigns is the team event, and that is a pro for me. I did open packs at the start of WrestleMania tier, and as you guys would have seen in that video, and if you haven't, go check it out, I did pack Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns is going to be a pro for me. That's absolutely fantastic. We have Team Road to Glory here, but let's have a look at every card available to us. Like I said, Roman Reigns is going to be a pro for me, so that's awesome. That's my first non-event WrestleMania 33 Pro. We did open some more packs, by the way, and we got some more WrestleMania cards. So if you want to check out that pack opening, once again, don't forget there will be a link to it in the description. So we'll start from the start here. I'll quickly run through them there. We have Roman Reigns here is the WrestleMania 33 card. We have Dean Ambrose as the Ultimate. We have Seth Rollins, so we have a bit of a Shield thing going on here, as the Elite. We have Kevin Owens as the Hardened, Big Cass as the SummerSlam, Charlotte as the WrestleMania. So if you guys are in the lower tiers like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, that could potentially be a pro for you. That'd be good. We have the Ultimate Warrior as a Survivor. We have Naomi, likewise. If you're in Legendary or Epic, there could be a potential pro for you. She is the Legendary. We have Randy Orton, who is the Epic. So we're going to smash this out, our team, later on. It's going to be a pro from me. I'm going to show you what other WrestleMania cards I have now. So if you haven't seen the pack open, by the way, we got quarter bumped in this King of the Ring. Let's see how it finished, and we'll claim these rewards at the same time as well. Contenders bracket. Let's have a look at how it finished. Ryan looked like he was set to go and win. He had a couple of pros. It looked like he was easily going to win, and he did so. Congratulations to you, Ryan. Let's have a look at the chat. We did have a guy who was who follows me on Twitter and actually watches my videos, so big shout out to you. I can't quite remember your name exactly, so I'm gonna go in here and have a look, and we'll see. Ismail, that's who it was. I'm used to it. I always lose 3-2 games with the best cards not even played. Okay, Wolverine is a little bit salty, but big shout out to you, Ismail. Thank you for saying good luck to me, but unfortunately I lost. So let's claim our reward. It's only, I went to Contenders Rack again. Let's claim our reward. It's only one Ultimate card, but you never know. Now with that, we getting this Roman Reigns. Hopefully we can. Oh, it's Darren Young. Fantastic. Let's. Darren Young, really? It wouldn't have helped me anyway, regardless. But hopefully we can get this Roman Reigns done. Maybe start King of the Ring tonight or tomorrow night, and sandbag him. That'll be hopefully lead us to victory, and we get some King of the Ring awards. But that's pretty much it for this video. I did want to show you what I got from my. No, do you know what? We won't show you what we got from the packs. Go check out the pack opening. It'll be in the description below. You can also drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it at any stage during the video. Really would appreciate it. Click subscribe to the channel as well. If you guys enjoyed WrestleMania, let me know about WrestleMania in the comment section below. What you guys think of it, let me know. Use that comment section right now. Don't forget to tell me if you want to beat today's champ as well. But I also want to hear everything you guys thought about WrestleMania. Really, I'm going to have discussion with you guys in the comment section. Smash that comment section right now. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You would have seen me live tweeting WrestleMania. Best thing to do is follow me on Twitter. You'll be able to see me live tweeting Raw tonight as well, so I can interact with you guys, talk about Raw, talk about stuff. That'll be absolutely fantastic. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links to both are in the description below. Thank you all for watching. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, we covered WrestleMania. We covered the team event. This has been a long video, so I did ramble on for a long time, so apologies for that, guys. Hopefully you were able to put up with me. But that's the end of the video now. Thank you all for watching once again, and I will see you all probably tomorrow for a video. Thank you for watching, and bye.